Hi guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be reviewing this new brow product from Patrick Ta. It's called the Major Brow Shaping Wax. So it comes in this kind of rose gold component. It's like the same as his other packaging. So this is supposed to be similar to a kind of like brow gel. It's meant to give you those kind of fuller looking fluffy brows. So it's definitely comparable to a eyebrow gel, but I feel like this is kind of in between a eyebrow gel and then the soap brow, which is I guess you'd call it a technique just to thicken up your brows. So I'll read like a little description of this. So it says, strong yet flexible, a few upward strokes of this formula tames and sets even the most stubborn brows into a perfectly pushed up, feathered, and full look. Basically more thick, more full, kind of feathery looking brows. So this little thing retails for $22. You can get it in either clear or there's a tinted one. So I ended up picking up the tinted one, which looks like this. Here's what the product looks like. It's a pretty small component. So when I first saw the tinted one, I was like, that is going to be way too dark for me. So I was planning on getting the clear one, but I was reading through just some of the like Sephora reviews to see whether more people were choosing the clear one or the tinted one. And I read that the tinted comes out very sheer. So I assume that means that most people can use this product. So I thought that I would use this on one eyebrow and then use a tinted brow gel on the side. So there's a certain way to activate this product. The directions say activate the formula with a drop of setting mist or water. Brush a spoolie or a firm brush into the pan to pick up a small amount of wax and brush through clean brows in a outward motion. Okay, so I have this MAC Fix Plus right here. Okay, so I got my spoolie coated. Might have to go back in. I don't know if I even put enough on my brush. I'm gonna try putting it in this brow. There's definitely product in there. I want to go in one more time. It doesn't look like it changed my color too much. It's like a smidge deeper than this one. Let's do one more time. So I can definitely see like the thickness building up. It kind of just depends on your brow and how you want it to look. So with my brows, I mean, you can definitely see them. They're prominent, but definitely have little spaces where I usually like put a pencil in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fill it in like a little bit with my pencil, just very slightly, just giving it a little bit more like definition. So if you have like your brow already microbladed, you probably wouldn't even need to go in with a pencil. You could just use the wax. So you would want to do this before you put the wax on, but I kind of just wanted to see what it looked like on its own first. So with some brow gels, they do have like a decent amount of pigment to them, and so sometimes they can fill in those like missing gaps of like hair in your eyebrows. But with this product, I don't think that's really what it's for. It's more meant to just give your brows that like full look. I think it did add like a little bit of a tint, but honestly I don't think it would really matter whether you get the clear version or the tinted one. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie and just... Okay, so this is what it looks like. So there is the difference. So let's move on to the other eye. I'm going to fill it in first, and then I'm going to use a brow gel. So I filled my brow in. So now I'm going to use the Tarte Busy Gal Brows. And this is a tinted brow gel in the shade medium brown. So that's what that brow looks like. Let's do a little comparison. So they look pretty similar if you're just looking at them, and they actually look like they're the same color. So that's good. The big difference here is the formulas. So I really do like this Tarte brow gel, but this formula is lighter than the Patrick Ta one. It's more of a gel consistency rather than a waxy consistency. Just from feeling them, I mean, this brow is definitely a little bit softer than this one. So this is kind of where you have to decide what you like best, because I do like how this brow looks, but the hairs you kind of see with like a fluffy brow, they're just not going to stay put. Close up, I can tell if they're like thicker strands on this side, and that's just because of the wax. So that's a difference that I am seeing just like close up. The only thing that I feel like is significantly different from just a regular eyebrow gel and the Patrick Ta wax is just going to make your brows look a little more fluffy, and they're going to stay put for longer. That's basically the big difference that I see between these two products. I don't find one that's like better than the other one. It's honestly based on your personal preference. So it kind of depends. I feel like a tinted brow gel is really great for like every day. Using the wax could be really good if you want to like really thicken up your eyebrows, if you want them to stay in place for a really long time, then I think you probably would like this a little bit better. This is definitely on the pricey side. It's $22, and I mean, it's definitely not a very big component, but I really didn't find that I had to go in with too much product to get the brow that I wanted. And the wax on its own, I mean, I think it's a really great product. It's not like super beginner friendly, so you'll kind of just have to learn how to like finesse the product, but I don't think it's too difficult to do. So I think anyone could really make this work. So that is all for this review. I was hoping this wouldn't be a bad product because everything else I've tried from his brand I have like absolutely loved. So it would have been a pretty big disappointment if I didn't like this, but I do. So all right, that is the end of this review. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Back to quarantining.